invitation. Thank you.
Okay, Dario wants to take advantage of this call to say a few words and show us a pair of and images as well. So, Dario, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, Boris. And thank you all MC3 team. And thank you for all the resellers of the Caribbean that are here with us and dedicated this time. So, well, it is very easy what it is Marketplace and why Adobe it is bring this evolution of the VIP licensing model, because it is exactly that. It is the evolution of the traditional VIP the marketplace. It is the evolution, and VIP, if you recall, a few years back, 2013, 2014, it was the evolution of the perpetual licensing. So Adobe was pioneer migrating perpetual licensing models to subscription, and VIP was the solution. Well, after several years using VIP, Adobe recognized that we needed to evolve and improve the experience of the partners and to improve the experience of the end users. So basically, VIP Marketplace, again, is the evolution, is a program designed to allow partners to sell Adobe products on their marketplaces, in this case, MC3. Thank you to MC3 for the investment in time, also in money, but now it's a reality. This is the launch of it. So thank you very much for that. Marketplace is the simplified and automated purchasing, ordering, provisioning, billing process to simplify and scale doing business with Adobe. So honestly, this is the future, present and future. All partners that really want to scale their businesses with Adobe products, this is something that is not going to be a temporary solution. This is something that is arriving, and it is going to be the future for Adobe licensing. So it is better to try to do the transition as fast as possible. It is a technology that evolves customer and partner experience. So optimize and scale business transactions. So what we are trying to do, it is just before saying my comment, I give you a statistic. Our business in Latin America, not just the Caribbean, it can be between 70–80% between 1 to 9 seats. It is a very transactional business that we want really to try to automate the business and release time for the partners and our internal team to focus in big deals, services, and trying to gather new customers and improve that engine to bring in new customers. Retention is a big part of it. So the whole integration between the partners marketplace and Adobe systems for provisioning the transactions, it is a good probability to choose from customers to have renewals automatic. And that is something that improves retention in other territories that had implementation faster than Latin America, several points in retention. So that is something that is also going to be a benefit for all of us, reseller, distributor, and Adobe. Another benefit that we see for the marketplace is, and it is related to the experience that customers have, it is that they are going to consolidate purchases of several products, including Adobe, through the marketplace. So that is also an opportunity for the resellers to have opportunities of cross-sell, for instance. So for us, and I know MC3 is really strong with Microsoft, for us, it is really key that strength and the strength of several of the resellers of the Caribbean in Microsoft, because big opportunity, one of the big opportunities, it is the cross-sell of customers that are already in Marketplace with Microsoft to do the cross-sells, for instance, Office 365 or SharePoint, Teams with Acrobat or Adobe Sign, for instance. So we see a great opportunity for all of us in that matter. Okay. In terms of commercial benefits, right now we have some benefits like in migration from perpetual to subscription in Acrobat. So that is just an example that I'm making here, but to see how the future will be, some cases or some promotions, we are going to start looking at them only in Marketplace. So for today, we have the potential to use like a special discount for Acrobat when we identify customers that are still using the former licensing models like TLP or CLP to migrate them to subscription. There are benefits that you're going to start looking at them in the Marketplace. So like, for instance, that particular benefit is about 15% discount in Acrobat. So we are going to start looking at that kind of promotions or activities or initiatives a lot more frequently in Marketplace. So of course, we're going to work together with MC3 to give visibility to all of you on time and have time to react to those situations. Okay. What products do we have today in Marketplace? So we have the commercial vertical. So if you are familiar with Adobe, we have price lists for education, we have price lists for government, and we have price list for commercial vertical. So today, MC3 is only enabled to have the Marketplace for commercial vertical. All levels of pricing from level 1 to 4 are enabled. So that is a good news. What it is next in the roadmap, in June, we're going to have available SKUs for enterprise products. So today, you might find only Teams products, but for June, and it depends how fast we can do the integration together for the enterprise products. But in theory, is from Adobe are going to be available beginning in June 6th. So we are going to start also enabling Creative Cloud Enterprise, Acrobat, Document Cloud Enterprise next. In July, we are going to have Adobe Sign for business and enterprise. When I say business, it is a modality of Adobe Sign, but the admin console is the same one, which is the enterprise one. The only difference between those two products is that enterprise allows the customer to have integrations with very easy with Microsoft today, or in-house systems or traditional ERPs like SAP, Oracle, etc. But here for this meeting, the key part is today we have an Adobe Sign SMB, which is the transactional one available already in Marketplace. That is the cheapest one for small companies. But if there are mid-size or big companies looking for Adobe Sign Enterprise, then that is going to be available in July. Okay, so that is coming too. Those are the by the book data. So I totally understand that that takes time and that takes MC3 work in order to have that available. So the final dates should be provided by MC3, but at least in roadmap, those are going to be available in those months or dates. Okay. Another good news is for Q3, we are going to have Creative Cloud Teams and Enterprise Pro. So I don't know if everyone is familiar with Creative Cloud Teams Pro and Enterprise Pro. Basically, those are the same all apps products, but they include Adobe Stock, which is our centralized service for high resolution pictures and high definition videos. But the good news is that Creative Cloud Teams Pro, that including all the apps like Photoshop, Illustrator, and all the services and all the benefits of storage, etc., you have also Adobe Sign included. Okay, same for Enterprise. Those two products are going to be in the roadmap for Marketplace in Q3. Now, before those dates, you can still buy them with MC3 using the traditional VIP. Same Adobe Sign. Adobe Sign is available now. So you're going to have both VIP Marketplace and VIP working in parallel for a while. But again, as I said, you might find some benefits, not just in terms of automation or retention and experience, but also in pricing if you go through Marketplace. So my recommendation is you should be totally updated and looking for those updates through Marketplace as well. But if the products are not available in Marketplace, please keep working with MC3 using the traditional VIP licensing, okay? And to end my roadmap presentation, in Q4, we are going to start migrating 3-year commit. So when we want to fix the price for 3 years and guarantee, at least from Adobe, it is not a price increase for 3 years. Customers need to be in the 3-year commit. That is only available today through VIP. Adobe Stock, credit packs, and also the price list of government and education. Those price lists will transition only until fiscal year Q4. That for Adobe is September, October, and November. Okay. Last point that I want to touch before leaving Luis with the real presentation. It is some resellers. So if you're familiar, for gold and platinum resellers, you have deal registration. Okay. So deal registration is something very attractive for those partners because it is a big rebate. If you register the deal, you give us visibility of the deal and you close it, you get a big rebate. Today we have deal registration for Acrobat, we have deal registration for Adobe Sign, for Creative Cloud Teams Education, and we have deal registration for Substance, which is the 3D suite of products that I don't know if you're familiar with. Those are Substance, parentheses, it is only available through VIP, not Marketplace yet, but those products have DR. Now, for the products that are already in Marketplace, nothing changes, okay? So the deal registration is still active. You just need to register the opportunity, the same that you have done it always for VIP. The only difference it is that you cannot get the sales order from LWS. You need to touch base with MC3 to get the sales order for that. So now all reports and all that have to be gathered from MC3 when you work with the marketplace. traditional VIP, you keep using LWS. That's probably a little bit too much information for everyone, but based on experience in other territories that are a little bit more advanced with Marketplace, that has been a question that we have received several times. So I'd rather to explain it from the beginning. Okay. So Luis, that would be my part. I'm very excited about this transition in the Caribbean. Thank you again to you and Boris and MC3, and thank you for all the partners.
No, thank you to you. That's awesome. Many good news. So let's start with our main dish of the day. Here, we will be covering the three main aspects of the VIP MP, VIP Marketplace. First, what is the VIP MP? And then we will be seeing how VIP MP is an advantage for you, the resellers. Finally, we will be explaining very shortly how it works, and we will be doing a short live demonstration with my coworker, Oscar Vargas. So, VIPMP is a model where the DC provides a marketplace, as you have heard from Dario, provided by the brand, in this case, Adobe, and making easy and super fast to purchase Adobe products on behalf of your clients. This is thanks to the APIs provided for them directly from their systems, which are integrated to our platform. VIP Marketplace allows the resellers to purchase the Adobe licenses their end user teams needs directly from our partner online ordering experience. You can purchase as many or as few licenses as you need in a simple transaction with the flexibility or add more as your organization, the organization of your end users grows. In general terms, VIP is almost the same than VIP. So you will find discount levels, as Dario was saying, prices, end users, the admin consoles, prorations, and the anniversary date are still there. So here you will see the main differences. So you will have an easy online purchases as many of the presents here are used to do it. For example, with Microsoft CSP, because all the purchases are made from our storefront. In this new model, the renewal will be automatically. That's something that the end users have to know at the first time, from the first time they purchase, because by default will be on the feature of the auto renewal. They can stop that, but they have to prevent us with at least 30 days. So because of this feature, there are a bunch of new things that like invoicing or product cancellation that we will cover in more further during this presentation. So there is no more reseller console in the way like you are used to have it in the traditional VIP, because now everything is managed directly from our storefront. So the reseller will have storefront likes dashboard like in CSP, and from there you will be also have access to the billing info. Another thing is that there is no need of PDF or email or physical document for an order, because you will be doing everything online, and everything is auto provision. So how VIPMP works? You will have the same end user side admin console. They will not be experiencing any change of that, because they will be able to manage all their licenses, seats, and users the same way they are used to in the traditional VIP. But in the reseller side, we will have the storefront dashboard. So as I said before, it's pretty much like you are used to do it in CSP on our storefront if you are already onboarded. So another thing is the invoicing. We will be sending you monthly invoices for all the subscriptions. Also, the returns are accepted if the entire order is returned. So there are some exceptions you may know, like for example, on Adobe Sign, if the transactions are already in use, you cannot do the returning. Another thing are the contract cancellations. Once an end user is enrolled in the VIP Marketplace, their membership remains effective just until one of those three conditions could be done. Like, for example, if they send an advice of 30 days notice of cancellation to the reseller. And also, Adobe can terminate the program or your membership is terminated due to the breach of the program terms and conditions. Soon we will be also having available the possibility of doing migration from the traditional VIP to VIP MP. The entire migration process will be made by Adobe's APIs in, like indicated in this flowchart, through our storefront. To be done, no POs have to be pending in the VIP, in the traditional VIP contracts. For example, if the end user has like pending orders to be paid or suspended licenses, they cannot do it. They have to have everything in order. The the auto renewal will be turned on by default, as I said before, and the brand assumes that we, the distributor and the resellers, we have the approval from the end user to do so. So after we do the migration, this cannot be rolled back, and the process is made from the reseller that were in our server. So how to get started? If you are currently a member of the Value Incentive Plan, you will be able soon to move seamlessly any VIP agreement once we have the migration tool available. But by now, you can start doing business with us through this new program by going to the My Account section on our storefront. Here in the screen, you can see the address. So right now, those that already have access to our storefront can go directly and accept the terms and conditions to start doing business in this new model. So now you can, it's time for Q&A. So any question you can have. And after that, we will be starting the live demonstration. If you don't have any question, we can start right away.
Hey, Luis. Sorry, everyone. I'm driving, so might be noisy. Quite enthusiastic about this new way of doing business with Adobe. Can you clarify what you just mentioned about the fact that the reseller just have to register through the platform? Is there still the obligation to be certified through the process we used to have with VIP?
No. They just have to go to our storefront and accept the terms and conditions in the My Account section of our storefront.
Oh, so all the resellers who today, for example, do Microsoft but no Adobe will have the ease to join us with the Adobe new model of sales, correct?
Exactly, correct.
Awesome. Can't wait.
So if you don't have any, okay, we have here some questions. Yes, you will be, Mario, you will be able to charge your end user monthly. NEF answer is asking.
Hi, Luis. No, sorry. I was actually responding to Mario.
Okay.
Mario, Adobe licensing is Adobe subscriptions are annual licenses paying up, so you have to pay annually upfront. Adobe VIP Marketplace licenses are annual licenses paid upfront, no monthly subscriptions.
Okay. Yes, sorry. So Yaniel is asking if they will be receiving a notification before the renewal.
Yes, Genevieve, we have put in place 3 types of notifications, very similar to what we do with other brands. You're going to receive a renewal notification 60 days prior to the end of the agreement, 30 days prior, and 15 days prior. So three renewal notifications.
And Luis, will the prices displayed in the storefront will be up to date every time?
Yes, but for that question, my coworker Oscar Vargas will be having better information. But of course, it's the same way as you are used to seeing in the CSP storefront.
Yes, prices are updated in a monthly basis by Adobe services. And we will update those prices as well in a monthly basis in our systems. That way, our systems will always be able to calculate properly the price to a customer, depending on the order quantity and, of course, the level of the agreement that they have inside the Adobe VIP Marketplace systems.
Okay.
Mario, so what you heard about monthly invoices is because our platform, the platform will send you, it's actually not our monthly invoices. MC3 will receive monthly invoices from Adobe for reconciliation purposes of every purchase that you do during the month. But our platform will send you the invoice in real time. So once you place the order through the storefront, you're going to receive an invoice immediately. Yes, Genevieve. Well, it's not that you it definitely eliminates any manual process that you will have to do to create a VIP agreement with, for example, with a VIP model. In VIP Marketplace, and I'm going to show you how in a few minutes how the purchase works through the storefront with a live demo. So I'll be showing you that how the VIP, let's say, agreement is created through the storefront order.
Okay, any other question? If not, we can start with the demonstration.
Just a question, a general question. We will not be able to order a Microsoft product in the same basket as an Adobe product, right?
For now, those are there are 2 different procedures. So we have not done any bundling, let's say, yet with other brands, but we're working on the bundling of the products, for example, Adobe products with Microsoft products, as you put it. Right now, it's very similar to what you do today with other brands in our systems. If you're trying to check out, for example, a BeatTitan product, I suggest you do. You always suggest to check out the BeatTitan product first, and then go to another product if you need to process, for example, more than one type of product at the same time. You will see that as well with the products of Adobe. For example, if you're trying to process Photoshop or Dreamweaver at the same time, you will also get an error in the system because our system requires every product is an individual order in Adobe systems in order to calculate properly the volume licensing discount. So you will see that through the demo.
Okay,
so Oscar, this is Dario from Adobe. I want to. I know. I saw the questions about the monthly licensing models, and I know Microsoft big percentage is in a monthly basis and on a yearly basis. So that is something that Adobe is reviewing, and I would say that for fiscal year 2023, that might be something that Adobe might bring to the table for the roadmap, because yeah, to have the real cross-sell with Microsoft products, to have the real coverage, that would be something very attractive, and that is being discussed internally, just to give everyone that visibility.
Great heads up, Dario.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. Awesome heads up.
So that means that the CSP storefront I'm used to use for purchasing some Microsoft Bay Titans and other product, I can use it tomorrow or when the product will be launched to also order my Adobe for my customers.
Exactly.
That's
Basically,
nice.
that's the idea.
Great achievement, man.
Yep.
Thank you.
Ricardo, yes, there is, let's say, tier pricing on licensing of Adobe products. This is called volume discounts in the Adobe VIP Marketplace program. And the discount, if I'm not mistaken, the levels are very similar to VIP. You have levels 1 through 4. So level 1 being 1 to 9 licenses, level 2 being 10 licenses to 49, level 3, which is from 50 to 99, and finally level 4, which is 100 or more licenses. So, and our platform will calculate those volume discounts depending on the quantity of the order that you're acquiring for your customer.
And I don't know if you precised it, but the renewal will be automatic. I will not have to anticipate and each year send you a request for the renewal.
Yes, that's a very good point as well. Adobe systems, every subscription similar to other brands. When you go to kind of systems like this with a marketplace model, the renewal of the subscriptions are automatic, unless of course we receive a cancellation request or in this case a disable auto renewal request directly from the reseller through the storefront or through our support channels, and we will be able to do that. In the case of Adobe, very important, this request has to be received 3 days prior to the renewal. So that is the time frame from Adobe systems.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good point. So that's there's a case, a business case for you, Dario, locally, internally for Adobe. Local universities that want to run Photoshop courses, for example, and then monthly scenarios, monthly payment options will be definitely very good to be implemented in this model.
Got it. Yeah, actually, it helps if we can get the information clearly.
Okay. So Mario, please send us your business case or any business case that you guys have related to this kind of monthly implementations of Adobe products, so that we can pass those on to Adobe, and then of course Adobe will start working on those and see how fast, let's say, we can enable and they can enable the monthly billing options.
Dario, I heard that you give us some visibility about some to come things. Do you have any idea of the intention of Adobe Corporation about the monthly installments? I mean, for example, Microsoft lately made the decision to make the monthly more expensive than the yearly. Do you think this is going to be the case with Adobe, or is it going to be aligned with the yearly pricing? Do you have any idea?
I think it's a possibility, yes, but not for this year. It is more a possibility for next year. The the closest activities in terms of roadmap is what I already presented at the beginning. So as soon as we end up that, there are some other key points that are going to be work to improve the experience and include all the VIP products within the marketplace, that like education, 3-year commit, government products, etc. But yes, in the roadmap, it is the month-to-month possibility for marketplace, but I see that more for fiscal year 2023. So what I would propose is, I don't know, at the end of mid Q4, which is going to be September, October, we might have more information and we are going to be able to share that with MC3 and with the resellers as well. But
Awesome.
From my perspective, it is something that makes totally sense. As I said, we totally understand 70, 80%, depending the country, honestly, depending the partner, of transactions of Microsoft are monthly. So we want to be able to have cross sell with those opportunities. So we are clearly targeting that.
Thanks. Thank you, team.
Thank you.
So, Luis, what is the agenda from now?
Yeah,
Sorry,
now the floor is Oscar Varga will be showing the live demonstration.
Ricardo, we can get back to you on that one. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. Sorry.
I got another.
Yes, we do.
A few seconds ago, so I'm sorry. So okay. There's a question from Ricardo over there in the chat about, it says, what about clients that pay directly? Can we transfer them to the VIP via MC3? Can you mention, Ricardo, what do you mean about clients that pay directly? You mean like customers who have purchased licenses through the Adobe.com portal? Is that your question? Maybe you can clarify that prior to, and then we'll
you can unmute maybe Mario if you want. Huh?
Yeah, especially Ricardo Del Filo.
Oh, Ricardo, sorry.
Anyways, Ricardo, just send us the details and like what is the specific scenario so that we can help you with the answer, or and taking advantage that Dario is also here. He might be able to give us some assistance on that. For the migration, as Luis mentioned, just to talk about migration specifically, we're still working on the migration features. So how to migrate, for example, a current VIP agreement into a VIP marketplace agreement. That feature is going to be available hopefully next month. So, and we will definitely be able to send you some information on how to do that, how to do the process through our storefront, on how to migrate an agreement from the VIP model to the VIP marketplace. As of today, basically what you can do is brand new VIP marketplace purchases, because that's a very good point that I don't know if it was touched in the beginning. The VIP model and the VIP MP marketplace model are completely separate engines, inside Adobe. Therefore, the information that you have in one does not correlate to the other. Okay, that's why, let's say, for example, as of today, every purchase that you will do through MC3 for Adobe VIP Marketplace is going to be like a brand new purchase inside the system, a brand new system entirely. Okay, and also with Adobe as well, right? And if there's no more questions, I think we can run the live demo, correct, Luis?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen right now. Guys, if you know, let me know if you see my screen, please.
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, perfect. So this is the session on how to purchase via the MC3 Cloud Storefront. It's going to be very quick, actually. This is thanks to Adobe Systems. It's a big process, honestly. General onboarding requirements, as Luis mentioned, there is no requirements basically. So at least not from Adobe perspective. So what are the requirements? Just be an MC3 registered reseller. You have to have credit policies and everything set up properly with MC3, right? And two, have access to the MC3 Cloud storefront. The third step is basically what you will do through the storefront, which is register as an Adobe VIP Marketplace reseller, okay, with MC3. Okay, so it's very simple. So to understand before we go to the live demo, we need to understand the VIP Marketplace subscription structure. So that you can see how we deal with this kind of subscription inside our systems. Okay, so here's your reseller account, and inside your reseller account, as you all know, with similar to other brands that you have inside your reseller account, that's where your customer accounts sit, right? So that's where you have your containers of your customers' accounts, and inside of those customers' accounts, that's where you see your subscriptions. Because in the case of Adobe, what you're going to have an Adobe VIP MP commercial service container. Okay, so this is like the agreement. Okay, so this is like the VIP agreement from Adobe. Okay, and then inside that container, you're going to place all the subscriptions of the products that you want. For example, Photoshop, Creative Cloud, Acrobat Pro. Okay, so in terms of our platform, basically, the container becomes the product. So this is the product that you're going to purchase for a first-time customer that is inside your system. Okay, so I'm talking about a first-time Adobe VIP Marketplace customer. Because a good thing about the platform is that, for example, you can have a customer already in your platform that you have sold Microsoft licenses to, for example. You can get that same account. Under that same account, you can assign the Adobe subscriptions. Okay, so that in that customer account that you already have, you can then add the Adobe VIP commercial container, which is that's going to be the product. And then apart from the product, then you're going to add the subscriptions in the form of add-ons. Okay, so that is basically what you need to consider when you're purchasing Adobe VIP Marketplace commercial products through our store. Okay, so having said that, let's go to the live demo. All right, good. So this is a demo storefront. Okay, this is our demo environment. And as you can see, I'm already logged in. So I already have access to the storefront. I'm using a demo access. And the first thing, well, you can see the Adobe container, the Adobe services are already here. I can click on those services. And then I can see the container, which is this one. Okay, a very good important point. Right now, we are not including Puerto Rico and USVI yet. We're currently working on Adobe to enable the integration with the Puerto Rico and USVI price list usage. Because as you know, from the Adobe perspective, Puerto Rico and USVI have a different pricing model. Okay, so this option that we have right now implemented does not include Puerto Rico and USVI. So that's a very important point that you need to get into your accounts. Okay, so you can see a little bit of information about what Marketplace, the VIP Marketplace is. And if you go to the available add-on section, this is where you're going to see all the available add-ons seen. Okay, so I thought I had logged in. Maybe this can kick me out. So give me a second.
For the purpose of this demo, of course, there's not all the products showing up, correct?
Yeah, just for the purpose of the demo, this is the demo environment, so I'm not showing all, but all the products are going to show here. So if you go to the pricing add-ons, then you're going to see this. And for the purpose of the demo, the pricing that you're seeing here is just a test price. Okay, so don't think this is the real price. Actually, it's very, very augmented. Okay, so you see now that I'm just checked in again, because this is to kick me out. So I have the container product right here. The container has no value. Okay, and then you have the add-on products. Okay, so first step. If you have access to this cloud storefront already, again, what you have to do is just go to my account section over here on the right side, and then you're going to find a link here that says Adobe Services. When you click Adobe Services, this is where you have to accept the Adobe terms and conditions. This is a document that is provided by Adobe. Every time they change the document, they send it to us, and then we upload it into our platform. And then if you click here on the link, you see over there at the bottom, for example, over here in this section over here at the bottom, you will see that there says a PDF. So this is a PDF that you have to download so you can see Adobe terms and conditions related to the VIP program. You basically, again, you click I accept terms and conditions and register. Once you click this, as you can see, the system is going to take a little bit of seconds, and it's going to register your MC3 account, your account with MC3 with the Adobe services. Okay. With Adobe
you mean
VIP.
the things that took me weeks to get certified and to be able to sell one single Adobe subscription is now a click away, like you showed?
Exactly, thanks to Adobe.
Ooh, finally. Great.
Thanks to Adobe, this is possible. So now, basically, there's no there's no restrictions on selling Adobe products as long as you have a good standing with MC3. Right. So once you're registered, what you see, the system is going to tell you that you're properly registered, and you're going to get some migrate options. As I was telling you, the migrate to Adobe VIP MP options are not yet available. We're still implementing these kind of things. So if you click on this button at the end, it's not going to do anything at the moment. Okay. So, but again, from a registration standpoint, that's all you got to do. Click register, and that's it. Accept terms and conditions, click register, and that's it. So that means I can place an order right now. So let's do it. I'm going to go to the home page. I'm going to select the container product, which is, let's say I'm going to try to place the first purchase of this product. And I'm going to add it to the basket. I can take a look at the add-ons for now, but I don't need that to add to the basket, as you can see. All I have to do is just select the container product and add to the basket. Once I have the container product in the basket, then the system is going to ask me if you want to add the extra add-ons. And this is where you are going to find the entire list of products of Adobe. Here's a page selection. So you might have, I think it's around 57 products that are enabled today through the VIP Marketplace model. And what you're going to see right here is just 1, 2, and 3, depending on the pages that you're going to see here for products. So you can browse through over there, or you can use the search option right here to search for the proper product that you're looking for. Okay. So let's say I want to purchase one Acrobat license. One very good point, and volume discounting was actually one of the questions from Mario or Ricardo, I don't remember. So you see, once I select the price from here, for example, quantity 1, the price at the end is saying $203.88, okay? If I change the quantity over here, let's say I change it to 10, you see the quantity doesn't change, okay? So this is a very good important point, because people might think that the system is not properly calculating the level. And it's not like that. It's the system right now is just on an initial phase of recognizing the pricing. Okay. So once you enter the proper quantity of product that you're trying to get, then you're going to get proceed to checkout. And at this point, you're going to see, okay, you still see the same price, which is usually level 1 price for quantity 1, right? But when you put the customer details, or when you select the customer right here, or when you enter the customer details, the system will calculate the price based on that customer's conditions. If the customer is a brand new customer, then of course they're going to get the level based on the quantity of product that they're purchasing. And if the customer exists and they have already an Adobe container or an Adobe VIP Marketplace agreement, and that agreement has, for example, level 3, then the system is going to pull that information, is going to give you the proper price based on the level of that customer. So in this case, I'm going to go with a new customer. So I'm going to start creating a company here real quick. Let's do Stark Industries. Very creative, right? I'm going to do an email, just, I don't know, Stark here. I'm going to do Stark.
Tony, for example.
Start
Tony.
Stark Industries, yeah, Tony. There you go. We can do actually we can do that. Tony, just to please the public. Actually, I'm going to use a free service here just to see. So actually, let me use it out of a free service so you don't have to count. Let me see an MC3 account. Let's see how that goes. Then we're going to use this account here, CD. Actually, it's got to be a valid email address. So I'm going to use ccs@mc3.fr. And I'm going to put the CD. Let's say this is a customer in Port of Spain, and I'm going to select Trinidad and Tobago here. The postal code. So remember, the postal codes you can do for your customers are also on the MC3 storefronts. You can go to postal codes and then pull those directly from the mc3caribbean.com website. This is where you're going to be able to find what type of format the postal codes for every country are there. Okay. So, and let me just put a sample in the phone number over here. And that's it. So I'm going to save that right here like this. Oh, I'm using this CCS account, and I don't think it's going to be a problem. That's it. Hopefully it will not. All right. So you see, now I pulled out the customer. I've told the system is a brand new customer, and I'm purchasing quantity 10, and now you can see the price. All right. So you see the price came down to a different level. So that's the volume discounting that the system is doing based on this quantity and the customer recognition. Okay. So last step, I need to agree to the terms of use. You can click the terms of use of the product right here, and then you can read over this. Very important points. I don't know if Liz mentioned this. Adobe cancellation terms for Adobe VIP Marketplace orders is only 14 days of an executed order. Okay.
Yes, very important.
Very important. Only for all the cancellations are accepted. So that means you cannot partially cancel an order. You cannot order 10 licenses and then just want to cancel 8. In that particular case, what you would have to do is cancel the entire order, okay, for the 10 licenses, and then place another order for 8 licenses, okay? And last but not least, which is what I mentioned to you, the automatically renewed options and invoice are, as I was telling you, they're automatically enabled, and the renewal is going to be automatic unless a cancellation request is submitted to MC3 or a request to disable the automatic renewal is received with it at least 3 days in advance of the end current subscription term. Okay.
Yeah. Open days, working days.
Yeah, calendar days, definitely. Yeah. Actually, we can.
No, not calendar. Working days. Working days.
Yeah.
If we receive a cancellation request on Saturday, it's going to be hard to cancel.
I'm sorry, I was thinking of the cancellation. Yes. So cancellation 14 calendar days, and then these 3 days is business days, of course, because you need to advise MC3 with 3 business days. All right. So I'll definitely make sure that we can put that into over here so you can check it out properly. All right.
Yeah. Maybe it's also accurate to remind that there is only 1 container possible for 1 customer.
Yes, very good point as well. Actually, it's one of the points over here that you can see for an Adobe subscription. It's valid. To be valid, there has to be 1 container and 1 container only. You cannot add more than 1 Adobe container in the same end user account. That means that if you add an end user container to an end user account, then in the future, what you will have to do is just basically manipulate that container inside our storefront, which is something that I'm going to show you how to manage that container, how to manage the subscriptions in that container product in a few minutes. Okay. Another very, very important point that I actually missed when I was creating the customer account. If you remember, I was putting an email address on the customer account. So when I created the customer account in Star Industries, we put an email, Tony Stark something, right? Or we actually started with that email down, but then we put another email address. The point is that email address is very key, because once you submit this order for this customer, that is what the system, what Adobe Systems is going to use to create the VIP agreement and provide access to the licenses. Okay, that means that once you submit a brand new customer over here and you put that email address, and that email address is, for example, oscarvargas@mc3.fr, then that oscarvargas@mc3.fr is going to become the administrator email of that VIP marketplace agreement that the system is going to create. Okay, so that's a very, very important point that you have to consider when you are creating the customer when you are provisioning licenses to that customer. If you have existing
question there, Oscar.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I know my reseller because I've been one in the past. The reseller will want to put one of their own address and not one of the end customer address. Is it something possible, acceptable? Can you explain it?
Okay, the point with that is that, and this is actually part of the terms of use. That's a very good point as well. It's part of the terms of use. By Adobe policies, the email address that you put over here, let me just check it here. I think this is right here. By Adobe policies, an end user account can only be associated to one unique email address, and that's going to be the administration email. Okay, so if you put an email address with that account, for example, Start Industries, and then you put the same email address with Wonka Factories, the system is going to work, but you'll be creating two different entities inside Adobe system. So, and then of course, in the future, if you want to transfer the management of those licenses to the customer, then the reseller will have to go inside the Adobe admin console and then create the corresponding administration users, and then of course delete the corresponding email account that was created.
You know, I'm thinking of those reseller who manage basically the IT of their customer. So that's where my questions come from, because you know we have all suffered of that of an end customer who lost the email of the VIP, or who was not able to access it, or whoever, whatever. And sometimes the reseller make it more convenient, but I understand by Adobe policy it has to be a customer email.
Yes, and also something to note is that based on the documentation that we have been provided by Adobe, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if Dario can confirm that, but if I'm not mistaken, once you use an email account, an email address with an account, for example, right here, let's say Start Industries, and then you use that email address, that unique email address will not be able to be associated to any other account anywhere else. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So another account will have to be created in the other account. That's basically it. So it's a one unique email address per account. And as far as I understand, also per VIP agreement.
Got it. Thank you, Oscar.
Okay. So last but not least, what I was telling you related to that email address, if you're uncertain of what email address was used to create, for example, if you're trying to place an order of Adobe products for an existing Microsoft customer, let's say I have, as you can see in my list of customers, I have another customer called Wonka Factories. So if I want to see, you can see that the email address is not going to be displayed here, and there's no way that you can see today, at least, the information that you have provided MC3 related to that customer. So if you are uncertain on what email address this customer account has in our systems, you can basically just click over here in the support chat over here and create a ticket support, and we'll let you know what that information is. And we will also be able to help you change it if required. Okay. So let's move forward with the Start Industries and let's check out. Okay, well, very important. I need to agree to the terms and conditions. If not, I'm going to just move forward. So accept terms and conditions and check out. And this is basically where you confirm your billing information as a reseller with MC3. You click checkout as last step, and that's it. As you can see, an invoice has been already generated in the system for this product, and the provisioning is currently in progress with Adobe. And as you can see, it has been completed very, very quickly. So what has happened at this point? Again, you have received the invoice. This subscription has been created in terms of Adobe systems and MC3 systems. And the customer, this is a brand new customer, has received this communication by email. Very, very important. Again, the email address that you provide for the end customer is the one that is going to receive the communication directly from Adobe on how to manage the services. So the reseller does not receive any communications related, at least not to the administration email, except for, of course, the order confirmation email from MC3 and the invoice from MC3. Okay. So once the customer gets this email, they can just basically, they can see the organization name over here. They will be able to see a VIP number. This is actually the VIP Marketplace number, very important. And then they can click Get Started, and then the system is going to take them to access the Adobe Admin Console, and then of course, create the credentials if they have not created credentials with Adobe, and then get access to the licenses. All right. So fairly simple process. And from the MC3 perspective, once you place the order, if you go similar to other brands, all you got to do if you want to manage that subscription that you have created, for example, if you want to place more licenses for that product, or if you want to create, or if you want to add more add-ons to that Adobe container that you have created for this customer, all you got to do is go to the billing section. And right here, you're going to be able to see your account balance, your invoices, your subscriptions. And inside the active subscriptions, you can see I have 2 active subscriptions right now. And I can see I have, for example, I have a Microsoft subscription with Wonka Factories, but I also have the Start Industries subscription with Adobe that I have created. So when I click on that subscription, inside that subscription, I can see I have the container with quantity 1, and then I have the add-on products. In this case, Acrobat Themes with 10 licenses with the corresponding unit price. Very important, I can get the next invoice date here. As you see, it's annual invoicing. So, and then this is the date that this service was activated. All right. So if you want to cancel the add-on, if you want to cancel the order, all you got to do is just, I want to cancel an add-on. I can also buy more add-ons. By add-ons, remember, we mean the product, the Adobe products. Very important. If you take a look, for example, if I click buy add-ons, I can see Creative Cloud for Teams, but I don't see Acrobat DC, Acrobat Pro DC. I don't see it right here. And the reason for that is because I already purchased that product. So if I already purchased that product, instead of purchasing it again, all I have to do is increase the quantity of that product. So if I wanted to purchase 1 more Acrobat license, all I have to do is click on these 3 dots over here and click increase add-on licenses. Okay, once I click increase add-on licenses, I can tell the system how many extra licenses I need, click submit, and then the system is going to get you through the regular purchasing process. Okay, same if you go through the buy add-ons option. Okay, you can cancel an add-on. Again, you can do the cancellation within the next 14 days of the order. Remember, you have to cancel the full order. So if I try to cancel an add-on, I can see the 10 licenses right here. I can select this point, but I will have to click all. So I need to select all the licenses of the order. In the meantime, an improvement that we're going to add next month is the fact that you will be able to, since Adobe does not allow you to cancel partially an order, then the best option will be right here is to select the order that you're trying to cancel. So that's a feature that we're going to include next month in our platform for all you. So you, instead of selecting the product and selecting the quantity to cancel, all you will have to do in the future will be to select the order that you want to cancel, and then the system is going to cancel that order specifically. Okay. In the meantime, just remember your purchase orders. You can click, if you don't remember how many licenses you purchased in the same order, you can go to the purchase history over here, and here you can see when you purchased these licenses and the date, and then of course the quantity. Very important, what you will cancel is the add-on. You do not cancel the subscription of the customer. Actually, if you try to cancel the subscription, if you try to use this option, cancel subscription, the system is going to tell you that it is not possible to cancel the subscription, because this is like telling Adobe cancel the VIP agreement number. Okay, so it's not possible. Okay, so what you cancel is the different add-ons inside the agreement. Okay, and having said that, the live demo, I don't know if there's any questions in the chat.
Oscar, yes.
To look at the chat, but
is there any way for me as a reseller to know the level this particular end customer is in?
Fortunately, not through the storefront yet, and
Okay.
And I don't recall honestly, even if the Adobe API provides the level of a purchase. It does provide the price, as you were able to see, but I don't honestly if it provides the description of the level. That's maybe a very good point and a very good feature to add in the future to this. Again, if it's not available, if it's available through the API of Adobe, we might be able to add it very easily or very quickly. But if it's not available from Adobe, then we will discuss with Adobe to see what ways they have to enable that through the APIs.
Yes. Because no reseller completely lie into the storefront and don't have access anymore to a UI like they used to have with the VIP agreement place.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
If that level is
Mhm.
required for some reason, again, support is also available to help you. We could easily help the reseller find that out by looking at the price, right? So just by looking at the price, internal findings, and then see what the system is trying, what the API from Adobe is providing, what kind of level the system provides to a specific customer, and then based on that, we'll be able to provide you the level that the agreement has at that moment. But currently, yes, it is not available, as you can see here on the screen. The level information is yet available. Yeah.
Okay. For those who know already VIP, can you maybe go down? I know it's going to be quite complex, but go just a little down about usage of levels depending on orders. You know, like the as you have mentioned, except if I'm wrong, you can only order one add-on at a time in one bill. So how to qualify, for example, for level 2, and then do you keep level 2? You know the mechanics about levels?
Yes. Okay, perfect. So I think, well, we can do that with a simple exercise here using Excel. I'll increase the size of all this. Get up a notch. All right. So let's say you create, so you're going to have your MP agreement here, right? You're going to have the MP agreement, which is like, say, like a container inside MC3. Okay. I call it container. Okay. And I don't know why I'm starting this column, but all right. So you're going to have a container. The first time you create a customer, for example, then let's say the customer doesn't even have a container, right? So you're adding the container the first time. So the agreement, there's no container, there's no level, there's nothing. All right. So let's say you try to purchase one Acrobat license. Okay. So the system is going to calculate. So if it's a brand new customer, again, the system is going to go to is going to say, okay, I don't even have a container, so there's no level. So what level I'm going to give it to this purchase is going to be based on the levels, right? So remember, we have level 1, which is 1 to 9. Then we have level 2, which is 10 to 49.
49, yeah.
3, 50, 99, and finally level 4, which is 100 plus. All right. Okay, so those are the levels that we have that Adobe has. So okay. So if you try to purchase one Acrobat license, then of course, based on the level, you're going to get level 1, right? So you get level 1. And at this moment, when you place the first order, since you're getting level 1 because of the quantity of the order, then your container is going to get level 1 immediately. So your container is going to be assigned that level for future purchases. Okay. Second purchase. Let's say you decide to go and purchase 10 Creative Clouds. Okay. So 10 Creative Clouds. So the agreement, the system is going to say, okay, the agreement has level 1, but the purchase itself, it's quantity 10. So it qualifies for level 2. So this purchase.
This particular purchase, you mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
This purchase.
So remember, this is actually one of the terms and conditions. Every order is individual. So since every order is treated individual, the system is not going to count any previous orders that you have placed in the agreement. What the system is going to do, and I'm talking about Adobe systems, is check the quantity of the order and compare that level of quantity versus the agreement, okay? Versus on the agreement, not based on the previous purchases, okay? So, so this one is quantity 10 Creative Cloud. So based on the quantity, you get level 2, but the agreement has level 1. So the system is going to give me level 2, right? So that at that point, the system is going to give me level 2, and the level of the agreement is going to be increased to level 2. That means that any future purchases that I get inside this agreement are going to get level 2.
Even for quantity 1. For example, if I want to add one Acrobat, I will get the level 2.
So let's say I want to add one Dreamweaver license, right? So one Dreamweaver, what level I'm going to get? Based on the quantity is level 1, but the container has level 2. So I'm going to get level 2.
Okay.
Right.
There's a question from Mario Barrett, and I was coming to that point. No, let's start the agreement again from scratch. and I have to place an order for 4 Photoshop and 6 Acrobat, for example. Will I get the level 2? What's going to happen?
We
That's
need
a
to
very,
refer
very
to
good.
the terms of use.
This is a very, very good point. And actually, this is part of the things that we're trying to work with Adobe on the VIP on the volume discounting part. In the regular VIP model, you can add, for example, 6 Acrobats, and as you said, I don't remember the quantity, but you said 4, for example.
4. Yeah.
So 4 Acrobat. And
the idea is to reach 10 licenses to see if we go to level 2, basically.
Exactly. So in the
For one
regular
single order.
model, if you add this 2 licenses, then if you add these 2 types of products with these quantities, you will get level 2, definitely. All right. In Adobe VIP Marketplace, it is also the case, but we have a system constraint right now that we're trying to work on, and hopefully by next month as well, we're going to be able to do this kind of thing. Actually, most probably by the end of next month, you will be able to add multiple types of products in the same order. Okay, so that means in our reference, remember, this is called add-ons, right? So in our side, this is add-ons. So we will be able to add different type add-ons in the same order and then be able to process those in order to qualify for better levels. Today, unfortunately, this scenario is not possible because you will have to place the order individually. That means you will have to place the 6 Acrobat order individually and then another order for 4 Creative Clouds. So if you look at this, if you place 6 Acrobats individually, you're going to get level 1, the agreement is going to get level 1, and then you place 4 Creative Cloud that also is going to get level 1. So this is one of the, let's say, technical constraints that we have in the system right now, and we're working on that again to fully support these kind of a scenario.
Okay.
In the case,
so at this point of the time, it is not possible, but that doesn't prevent us from next month, if I understand, to certainly have the capability to do it.
Exactly. Now, a very good point. Now, if, for example, that is a very tight case, like with say 6 licenses of 1 and 4 licenses, that's a very tight case, of course. I'm not saying the scenario is not going to come. Of course, it's a possible scenario. All I'm saying is that if you have a scenario like this one, for example, that you have to place 1 Acrobat and 20 CC. So the smart move, of course, in order to trick the system is going to be, okay, you place this order first, right? So you place it yes. First, and then that moment you're going to get level 2. The agreement is going to get level 2, and then the 1 Acrobat license is going to be able to get level 2 because the agreement already has level 2. Right? Okay, so that's just a smart move, let's say, if you're trying to play with the quantities in order to get the highest level at the moment in our system.
So this is key to understand. This is very key.
Yes.
Another very good point, and well, actually, going back to the previous scenarios, I don't know if I can go back all the way, but let's see. Right.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, that's nice. All right. Let's see. I added here 50. No, that's not 50. Let's say 50. I would need, I'll say 60. Sorry. No. Sorry. 90. Okay. So if you take a look at this scenario, okay, so let's say right now we go back to the scenario where the customer plays 1 Acrobat license with level 1, then he plays Creative Cloud with 10 licenses, the system gets level 2 and the agreement gets level 2. And then if he places 90 licenses for Dreamweaver, then the system is going to get for level, that is level 3, and then the agreement is going to become level 3. Okay, so
yep.
Renewal. That's a very good point. So at the renewal, everything that is inside the agreement is going to count. So very similar to the VIP model. Okay, so in this particular case, since what you're trying to do is renewal 101 licenses, then 101 licenses qualify for level 4. And at that point, during the renewal, then the agreement container is going to acquire level 4 as well. Okay. Automatically. Exactly. So very, very important that you understand. And also you have to be very careful with the renewal in the sense that the renewal level up goes also level down. Okay. So if instead the customer says, no, I don't want to renew 101 license, I just want to renew 1 license. Okay. Then license qualifies for level 1. So your agreement is going to be, let's say, downgraded to level 1. Okay, at the renewal, but depending on the quantity of licenses that you will be to renew. Because, for example, again, remember, you can tell MC3, hey, I want to disable auto renewal for all the licenses. We just want to renew a specific certain quantity of licenses. Okay, so those kind of things will have to be.
You need to do that 3 days before the renewal.
Exactly. Yeah. There's the 3-day rule from Adobe. 3 business.
Yeah. In the chat, we have Genevieve who asks, what happens if the reseller purchases via another reseller but renew or make an add-on through a different reseller?
Inside the, this is very similar to, or not very similar actually. If you come from other type of products, for example, like Microsoft, where you have a tenant, and then you can share that tenant with other resellers and other distributors, and then you can place licenses inside that tenant. Different from that model with Adobe, remember you only have one unique email address assigned to your account. So I don't know if I understood correctly from the documentation from Adobe, once you get this email address with this reseller through MC3, that means that I cannot use that same email account to manage services outside or place an order through another reseller. Because
maybe Dario Bautista can confirm, no?
Yes, I don't know if you guys can confirm that, but based on the documentation that we have seen, and this is how the Adobe side works. Once you have, it's like this. Let me get a new document here. So
I think Dario is trying to talk, maybe.
No, what I was gonna say is that I have the same vision that Oscar. So probably we need to check that with the technical team, with Kirk and in Adobe. But yeah, I have the same vision.
It's like this. It's like you have a VIP number, but this VIP MP account, let's say, or number, all right, that has an email, but this VIP agreement number from the documentation is tied to reseller. Okay,
MC3.
with MC3, right? So that's as far as we understand how the model works inside Adobe. So if you try to go with the same email, so let's say this is email A. So if you try to go with email A with the same reseller, even if the reseller is the same but with a different DST, you're gonna get an error here. That's where you get an error. Even if, oh, actually I missed one column right here, which is the customer, right? So this is customer A. Okay. Even inside MC3, because this is actually one of the points as well, even inside MC3, let's say, because you might have conflicting customers. You might have a customer purchasing one day from one reseller through MC3, but the next day purchasing from another reseller with MC3. In this particular case, if you try to use the same email account that you use with this reseller, the system is going to throw an error.
Okay, so it's not like VIP, where, for example, I could manage my enterprise VIP and my Teams VIP with the same email alias.
Exactly. That's at least that's as far as we understand today. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, because it was a question of Mario in the chat.
We could verify that. Well, actually, I'll try to discuss with Adobe teams, technical teams, to understand that point, because at the end, this involves the fact that they will have to tell us how the inter-distributor relationship works, right? Because this goes through all the way up to the DST level. So, we can test as MC3, but we cannot test, for example, your competition.
No. And Mario, a reminder here. Remember, the email of the VIP MP is a non-customer email. So when you say I manage two companies with one email account, you mean that you're not using the end customer account, except if it's the same end customer. So that's quite important to have in mind. So normally one, let's say, agreement VIP MP should have one only email, and this email should not be shared with others. Correct, Oscar?
That's what the documentation mentions. That the email address is unique to that VIP agreement, and that VIP Marketplace agreement says that it's linked exclusively to the customer, to this customer account with this reseller, with this distributor. So in that sense, that means that the email address is also going to be linked to the same channel. So that means you cannot change the parameters of the channel. You cannot use that same email address with any, for example, even if you create another customer name through another reseller to another. This is the kind of things that we'll have to validate through Adobe Teams. And most probably, I'm pretty sure that once you try to place the order, you're gonna get the error in our system.
Anyway, Oscar, for one reseller account, the reseller is only has only one email address.
Yes, exactly. Remember, inside MC3, you as a reseller have only one single account with MC3, right? Inside our systems, inside our storefront systems. If you're a reseller who has different accounts inside VSS, inside our system, sorry, inside the storefronts, for example, you can have, I don't know, maybe you have an account for Trinidad and then you have an account for Barbados. So this is basically two different accounts. So you can have multiple combinations of customers right here as well, right?
But
okay. Did you read about
that...
any restriction about specific emails like Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail's accounts? Are they accepted, or is it like Microsoft where you cannot?
No restrictions related to email as far as we understand. I've even tested out. We have even tested out with certainly, for example, job mail accounts, which is free services, free disposable email services, and everything has worked. So everything works perfectly. So as far as we understand, there's no yet a control in terms of the type of email that you use.
I asked the question because for a reseller, maybe he can think that yes, I have one account, but I have 3 users for my companies accessing the storefront. What you have to know is that even if you have 3 you have 3 storefront users, it will be the email address used on your organization name.
Yeah, and the way that Adobe remember, this is based on the Adobe policies. The idea is that every customer gets its licenses, right? So as a reseller, you're purchasing licenses for a customer. So at least the documentation mentions that you are supposed to provide an email address for that customer that is valid for that customer. So that is the only point. Let's say maybe it's not a technical thing to consider, but it's definitely a compliance thing, right? So maybe from a legal perspective, from a compliance perspective, it is better if you as a reseller always use the customer email when you're providing. Of course, when you're creating the customer account in our systems, you need to provide an email that is valid for that end customer. Okay, and that will be compliant with Adobe policy.
Okay, and if I met an issue during the order or something, where can I find the support?
Have a problem, all you got to do is just go to the storefront, click on this little support icon right here, provide us your name, your email, a subject for the ticket, select the group. In this case, because this is an integrated support tool, so we provide services not just to the Caribbean region, which is CCA, but we also provide services to the French West Indies area and the Europe side, West Eastern Central Africa region. So just select the CCA as part right here. Put a little description of what you're having. Take a screenshot if you need to. Select I'm not a robot, and then send the request. This will be received by our support department, and we'll be fully glad to help you.
Yes, we will.
And if there's no more questions, then Luis, I think That's it from
Okay.
my part. The floor is
Yeah,
yours.
we are currently over the time. We already, I don't know, Boris, if you have something to add. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time. Is there something else you want to add, Boris?
Yeah. So, thank you very much to Adobe team, Dario and Bautista for helping us in this process. I'm very optimistic and very enthusiastic about this new program. I remember more than 5 years ago now when we onboarded with Microsoft CSP, it was like a dark hole. Today we don't start from zero, but we start from, we know what the platform is, we know how to manage some subscription, and our resellers have the experience. I'm very glad to see Adobe making this shift. It's something we've been asking to many brands, and Adobe was the first after Microsoft to respond and to acknowledge it was something feasible soon. Now it's time to go live. I think it's a great opportunity to effectively track some new type of customers, those customers that were frustrated because they wanted to buy 1 or 2 subscription, and the process was quite heavy in terms of ordering, in terms of registering, and so on. And there you have a seamless tool that you already are used for most to use, and with some billing condition with MC3, you don't have to put a credit card basically on Adobe website, which most customers are afraid of, and when it is even possible, because for example, where I live in French West Indies, you cannot go to Adobe store basically and buy anything. So today we will be able to offer the possibility to many small resellers to address new markets, and to the SMBs to address more aggressively, with more agility, with more flexibility. So I see this as a real enhancement, as a real modernization of the market. And I'm very enthusiastic, and I am very optimistic about what we can resellers, our channel, and us can achieve through that new model. As you have seen, this is an ongoing progress model. So everything will not be perfect day one, but I honestly have seen some huge progress in a matter of a few months that we have begun this onboarding process. So I'm very, honestly, I see Adobe moving very fast, addressing issues one by one very quickly. So I am pretty sure we will have a full experience with the whole agilities that we talked about during this call anytime soon. I think next month should be already a big step. So come to us, question us. You might go through some challenges, of course, through the first orders. Don't hesitate to push the support button. Oscar and Sylvain and all our support team are here to assist you. Remember, we have here in the room Claudio Herrera, who is the manager of our software desk, who also is there to assist you with some quotation if you have any need in that term. So I can't wait to see your first orders, partners. Have a wonderful day.
Okay. So thank
Okay,
you once again.
Boris, thank you so much. An excellent, it's a terrific presentation. So, and we are going forward. Here is also the Adobe team in order to support, and we are going for the success. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much. Awesome.
Thank you, Bautista.
Thank you for your participation in Mass Partners.
Yes.
Excellent, Boris, Oscar.
When I will be
yes.
able to purchase in the storefront, the Caribbean storefront?
Very good point. Very good point.
That's a good point. Yes.
Because I want to do it right now.
You have credit with us, Silva? I don't think so.
Yes, very good point. It'll be available in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh wow, Oscar, wow, nice. 5 to 10 minutes. That's a great time.
That's what we
Dario,
call
you were
agility
saying?
with industry.
No, I was saying congrats, MC3 team, really fantastic. I'm impressed, and it is an excellent beginning. And as Boris said, this is an ongoing process. It's gonna take time, efforts, but it is it's very good what you show, and I'm pretty sure with all the improvements that from Adobe are going to be done, you're going to be able to every day improve the platform to all the resellers and end users. So fantastic. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you to
Thank
you,
you,
Dario.
thank you, Luis. Thank you, Oscar and Dario and Bautista. Can't wait. Summer,
Great,
Michel,
great
be ready to
achievement,
receive
team.
orders. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank
you.
you once again, everybody, for taking your time to be here with us and being part of this big family, now making history with this new platform. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.